Hello and welcome to this tutorial on rolling a dice in play. This is a dice roll that is not physics-based, but as you can see, the dice is not moving, only the faces are changing, and we have a rolling state and finished state to show the dice is actually rolling. And to create this tutorial, I had combined three previous tutorials that I covered in this channel. One is random color tutorial, the other one is in place random rotate tutorial for cubes, and the last one is guessing the upper side of a dice tutorial. So the upper side tutorial and random material tutorial has small changes, and I will be going through them first. And for random rotation for cubes, the function of random rotation is used in dice roll script, and I will be showing you what the dice roll script does for our project and what we see here. For random material color, only change was left click were to change the color of the game object, but this time right click changes the color of the game object. It is just difference between 0 and 1. We will put 0 for left mouse button and we will put 1 for right mouse button, and this is what I changed. This time random color function fold with right mouse. And for the guess upper side script, there is some improvements for this one. So previously it was only checking whether the cross product value is 0, and this cross product is between each axis of the game object and the word space up direction vector 3 up vector, and this decides whether these vectors are in a similar alignment, similar parallelism. If it were 0, that means they are parallel, and if the magnitude is smaller than 0.5 as we put it here, that means the angle between is smaller than 45. And why is that? I will be explaining it very quickly. Magnitude of the cross product is calculated as vector 1 times vector 2 times sine of angle between them, and sine 45 is 0.5, and if the value is smaller than 0.5, that means the angle is almost very close to vector 3y up, and that means the vector is very close to vector 3y direction, the closest to vector 3 direction, and this will give us better results while we are trying to calculate this value. Previously, we were looking for magnitude equals to 0, and that caused like a small floating number change like 0.0001. It will give us something not correct at some time, and this is an improvement from that, so you can use it from now on. Also, I will be updating the code in the gist so you can directly use the better implementation from there. And this was the difference in the guess upper side behavior. And lastly, we have our dice roll behavior. Dice roll has a text reference in the editor, and that shows whether the dice is rolling or not. This is for us to inspect the behavior of the dice roll and expect it to be finished or expect it to be running at the moment. And also we have an is rolling boolean that can also inspectable in the editor. This is not a set of editor, but it makes the player not be able to roll the dice if the dice is already rolling, which I will be explaining now in the code. But before going to dice roll, I want to mention random rotate behavior that is also a product of a previous tutorial. In random rotate behavior, we rotate the game object from its axis by multiples of 90 degrees, and that will provide us a rotation with no inspectable orientation changes except the face changes. The game object is rotating, but how we perceive it does not change by using the random rotate behavior. And dice roll uses the random rotate random function to also the rotation degree variable that is 90 degrees, that we are rotating the game object by the multitude of 90 degrees. And what dice roll does? It has a public reference to a text object and changes to be rolling or finished as the state of the dice roll. And we have a boolean that is also represents the state of the dice roll. Roll wait duration gives us the duration between each phase changes for our roll. This duration is the duration that passes for each phase changes, and roll count is the number of phase changes in a dice roll. You can randomize these two values if you would like, but for the sake of this video, I opt on not randomizing them. And how we call our dice roller function to roll our dice. So in update, we check whether the dice is already rolling or not. If it is not rolling and the player press the left mouse button, which is checked by input get mouse button method, we will start our 14 dice roller. And dice roller, as the name suggests, rolls the dice. And how it does: first it says that it is rolling, and then it says the roll state takes to roll state rolling, and then for all the roll counts, we randomly rotate the game object and wait for roll rate duration after each random rotation, and when all the rolls finished, we set our roll state text to finished and our is rolling state to false. At the start, we put our states to be rolling. In the middle, for each roll, we randomly rotate the game object and wait for roll rate duration for an animated look, and after the roll finish, we update the state's finished state. And this is how dice roll works for in-place rotation. That is just right here. So the game object is rolling, we see the rolling feedback, and we see the upper phase value changing for each phase rotational change. And at the end, we get this output. And with that, this is the end of this tutorial. I hope that it will be helpful in your project, and if there was a point not clear, please let me know in the comments down below and let's have a chat about that. If you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos to come. This is probably be the last video on dice setting, so you can check out the previous dice related videos from the description down below. And for the next videos, we will be both seeing what will it be about together, because I don't have an exact plan for it yet. So yeah, that's that. I hope to see you in the next exploration, and bye bye!